Good morning. Hey, Jen, how are you today?
I am good, Dave. Thanks so much. How are you?
Fantastic. Well, here we are. First LinkedIn Live. Um, Hopefully everyone's joining us. This is kind of kind of exciting. It's pretty cool to see. And it says, I mean, I just got a notice. My computer says that I am live right now.
Nice. My phone just lit up. I was being disciplined and not looking at it. I have one that also says Dave Pool is live to discuss the DattoCon Pre-Day. So why don't you kick us off and then we'll
Yeah.
bounce some ideas back and forth.
Absolutely. So, good morning. I'm Dave Poole. I'm with Solutions Granted, and I'm here with Jennifer Bleem, and she is with MSP Sales Revolution. It's pretty exciting. Jen and I talk a lot, have a lot of background in MSP sales. We have brought Jen along for the ride for DattoCon for this pre-day event. We'll get into some of the other speakers, but I want to talk. Jen is actually going to be joining us. She is an absolute expert when it comes to cybersecurity sales. So we have invited her to be a part of this event because we want to invest in you, the MSP. Jen, you want to take it, just announce yourself a little bit, talk a little bit, let them know why they need to come and listen to you at this pre-day workshop. Then I'll get back into kind of when it is and make sure that these guys know where to go to see you live on stage.
Yeah, perfect. So I appreciate the invitation. I'm Jennifer Bleem. I call myself the cybersecurity Sherpa, and I love all things related to cybersecurity sales. How do you sell cybersecurity to your existing clients? If you're bundling it with your managed services, how do you sell that to net new clients, to those new logos who have never heard of you before? Especially if you're in an area where some of your competitors are not serious about cyber. If you are, you're probably more expensive than them, and so how do you position that value prop? And so it's interesting to me. I've been in the channel for almost 20 years, like probably flirting with 20 years at this point, and one of the consistent problems is sales and marketing both. And so we're going to spend 45 minutes to an hour at the pre-day at DattoCon, and we will be talking about marketing. How do you market yourself? How do you market MSP? How do you market security services? And then how do you sell it? And so you'll be able to get a sneak peek of my book, Cybersecurity, Simplified Cybersecurity Sales for MSPs. I'm going to bring along, try not to mob the stage, but I'm going to bring along several copies of my MSP sales process blueprint, which is
Well, that's
always a huge hit.
fantastic.
It's so amazing. This was such a labor of love, and my probably the thing that excites me the most as a sales trainer is when I'm talking to a brand new MSP who, first conversation, or maybe it's a brand new client of mine, and they give me a problem and I'm like, oh, we solved that right here. And so I would wager to say every problem, or just about every problem in the sales process, is handled and covered and checked off inside of that blueprint. So it's going to be great. Definitely come if you don't have your lead gen on lock, if it is not 100% where you want it to be, come. I guarantee you're going to learn something on the marketing side. And if your sales is less than spectacular, you're not closing 85% of your deals, then come to the session as well. And we'll be able to help you there with sales, sales info and sales tips. Objection handling is probably something we will talk about as well. We're going to pack as much into that session as we can.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, if everyone goes, if obviously you need to be attending DattoCon. So if you're not attending DattoCon, come to DattoCon. Solutions Granted will be there. We're one of the sponsors. We'll have a booth. However, what we're talking about this morning is the pre-day workshop. So the pre-day is Sunday, September 11th. The sessions are at 1 p.m. Eastern. So if you go to the DattoCon site, obviously dattocon.com/agenda, you will see on the pre-day at 1 o'clock, solutions granted. Click on that, and you will see three different parts of a 3-hour workshop. Right now, Jen is talking about part one, which is getting into the selling and marketing side. but we're also going to get into building and operationalizing. So we actually have three different pieces of this, and we're breaking it up into 40-minute sessions with nice breaks, opportunity to talk to us, talk to Jen, talk to our guest speaker, which I'll go ahead and talk about. So this is being head up and run by our CEO, Michael Crean. He will be there. He will be on stage. He has invited one of the founders of InfoSight, which has been most recently purchased by Datto. So it's an interesting segue into that. But Chris Garrett's will be there on stage talking. His insight will be incredibly valuable. It would be great to have a technical person on stage to talk about some things. And then the final stage, final session, joining Michael will be our very own Corey. He runs our threat operations. He heads up our SOC. He Corey Clark is just a tremendous resource. He will be there with Michael, with Chris, with Jen, and we'll have breaks in between each sessions where you can actually talk or just take a break. I mean, who wants to sit in a room for 3 hours? I know I don't. I'm a sales guy. Don't put me in a room for 3 hours. But it is Sunday, 1 p.m., September 11th, and it will start. So come early because Jen is first on stage. We know that sales and marketing is the most important. So we brought her in to kick it off and talk about it. So don't miss it. Come join us. 3 hours, well worth it. Come attend, but look at it online. Go to the DattoCon agenda, check it out. It's already been posted. It's under Solutions Granted, and the title is Selling, Building, and Operationalizing Your Security Stack. Um, Anything you want to add to that, Jen?
No, I think it's a great lineup. I mean, it's so interesting when I work with people who haven't quite perfected everything having to do with cybersecurity. The first thing we do is figure out what are we selling? You know, what's the people, process, technology behind what we're selling. So, and then after that, you can market and sell it. So you're doing it in a slightly different order, but I know why you are because you're leading off with the biggest challenge in the channel today. So I think that's fantastic. I love the people that you brought together. What a great service. I appreciate you guys doing it.
No, and we appreciate you. It's great to have you along. I know MSPs are going to glean a lot of valuable information. You know, I think back to my days as an MSP, and it was just amazing by really hunkering down and concentrating on sales and marketing, how much a differentiation it was. And there are a lot that aren't doing it. And if you
Yes.
do it, you're going to set yourself up. And if you do it well, right? Read Jennifer's book. Um, oh my goodness, bringing that blueprint, that process. If you want to hold that up again, or if I'm sorry, but that is so. Look. Hey, here's a map,
It
man.
really is.
I love a map. I mean, it's give me a map. Tell me how to get there.
Well,
Um,
and it's interesting, Dave, because I did this for people like me. It's interesting because I've been a student of sales and marketing for a very, very long time. But one thing that I always really struggle with is listening to a great marketing tactic or reading a sales book and then applying it to managed services. You know, they're talking about sitting in a boardroom and presenting to the C-suite, and it's sometimes it's too challenging to translate it to, okay, but help me sell as an MSP. Like that's great information, but for me there was always a bit of a disconnect because it wasn't MSP specific sales, and they were great marketing tactics and great marketing information, but it wasn't specific to MSP services. It was maybe it was about e-commerce or it was about selling a tangible product. And I really struggle to apply knowledge that isn't in my own industry, and so that's why I did this. So it's a map. I call it, it's all flow charty and stuff. You know, if this then that, all leading to the very bottom, which is to get a sale. That's of course the goal. And so there that it troubleshoots every major issue I've ever run into with clients and MSPs that I've been working with for about a dozen years now.
Awesome. No, that is so fantastic. And again, this is that part of DattoCon. So if you are coming to DattoCon, you can attend the pre-day workshop with solutions granted at no additional cost. So this is included in your ticket to DattoCon. Come use it, come enjoy it, grab these resources. Also, again, Monday and Tuesday during the DattoCon event, solutions granted will be at booth 60 60. So come by, see us at the booth. We'll be there all week. Be excited to see you. We're very excited to be a part of this event. It's been an interesting road coming up to DattoCon 2022. There's been a lot of buzz around what it's going to mean in the channel. What is DattoCon for this year? How many years will we have DattoCon? There are all these questions around DattoCon. So come make the event. We're excited to be there. We're excited to be a sponsor. We'd love to meet more MSPs, talk about challenge, talk about security. Solutions Granted is a security partner for MSPs and only MSPs. We're a channel only vendor, which is exciting for us. We have our own SOC, 100% in the US, built for MSPs. So come learn about what we do. This workshop is not a sales workshop selling you, hey, buy from Solutions Granted, buy from Solutions Granted. We are investing in resources for you, the MSP. That's why we're bringing in Jen. We know that she's an expert in this space and valuable to you, the MSP. So come learn from her. We know there's valuable information for having Chris Garrett's. We're very excited that he is committed to doing this with us. We'll be announcing that on social media. Wanted to say that on this event first, but there'll be more information about that coming out. If you go to the DattoCon page, it doesn't say who the speaker is. So you got to hear it first here live on LinkedIn. Jen, and was this is this your first live?
Oh no,
Oh,
I
you've
do
done a
these
ton of lives.
frequently. It's just
So
my
I'm
first
the
time
only
using, yeah, it's just my first time using a new tool. So no, I do LinkedIn
fantastic.
Lives, not quite weekly, but at least one or two a month. So yeah,
Well,
so okay,
cool.
so can I recap then? We're looking at Sunday, which is the pre-day, September 11th, in DC, obviously, where all of the DattoCon festivities are. 1 o'clock Eastern is when we kick off with sales and marketing. 2 o'clock all around packaging and productizing your offer, and then let's see, 1 2, and then 3 o'clock is, what's the third topic? Operationalizing.
Operationalizing, yes.
Okay, awesome.
Operational processes. I mean, that's slightly important, right?
Yes, just a little bit, just a little bit. Yeah. So
Just
we've
a
got
little.
people, process, technology to build it, and then I will be kicking us off with how to sell it, which is awesome. I love it.
Yeah, no, this is
Amazing.
fantastic. Well, awesome. Thank you so much for everybody joining us this morning. Obviously, this will be on our page. Uh, Come learn more about us, learn more about Jen and MSP Sales Revolution. Give you a little plug for your business, MSP Sales Revolution. Check her out. Check her book out. It is on Amazon. I believe it's a bestseller.
It
Last time
is.
I boom. So check us out. Come see us at DattoCon 2022, September 11th, 12th, and 13th in DC. So we hope to see you there. And thank you for joining us. Thank you so much, Jen, for joining us, helping me with this LinkedIn Live for my first ever, and also for being available and coming joining us at DattoCon.
Totally a pleasure. I'll see you then.